Hey guys! The last few weeks have been incredible for the entire market, especially for the AI market. As Apple continues to add more and more technology to its devices, BlackRock launches a fund to invest in AI tokens, and there is a lot of news among AI coins. In addition, the Fed cut interest rates, which led to a pretty good price boom across the market. On the contrary, NVIDIA gave some news that could have a rather negative impact on the entire AI market, and cryptocurrencies in particular. Today, we will have a lot of interesting and useful information, as well as news from your favorite AI crypto projects, so this video will be super useful. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and let's get started. I propose to start with the biggest news that can change this market once and for all. I have repeatedly talked about Grayscale and its fund to support AI crypto projects. The fund is aimed at supporting high-quality, decentralized AI projects that can change the market. This news is not new for a long time. However, back then I said that other funds would not allow Grayscale to have an advantage in this market. And you know I was right. BlackRock and Microsoft are creating a new fund that will invest in AI infrastructure and energy. This is very exciting news, as it will contribute to the boom of the entire AI market. The partnership plans to raise $30 billion in private capital and mobilize up to $100 billion including debt financing. In fact, this is a huge amount of money that will be directed to the development of AI in the United States, specifically in this country, because this program is aimed at creating the necessary capacity in the United States. But the problem is much deeper than we all think. Big tech companies like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are facing real problems with their decarbonization plans. For example, Microsoft's Scope 3 emissions increased by 30% compared to 2020, despite its goal to reduce them by 50% by 2030. Companies are actively increasing their clean energy purchases to address this issue. Therefore, such investments in data center development and capacity expansion will definitely benefit everyone. BlackRock Chairman and CEO Larry Fink said, "Mobilizing private capital to build AI infrastructure like data centers and power will unlock a multi-trillion-dollar long-term investment opportunity. Data centers are the bedrock of the digital economy, and these investments will help power economic growth, create jobs, and drive AI technology innovation." Personally, I think this is just the beginning, and we'll see BlackRock's presence grow in the regular AI market and then even more in the crypto AI space. What do you think? Share in the comments. Well, I'm quickly moving on to other general AI news because there's a lot of it. Apple announced the AI-enabled iPhone 16 lineup. They have made it clear that integrating AI into such a technology as phones is a must-have improvement. Very soon, we will be able to see some of the benefits on iOS 18 and iPhone 16. I don't see the point of going into details, but we need to understand that we are on the verge of universal adoption of AI. Very soon, even your grandmother will start using ChatGPT as an assistant. I also have to mention a rather incomprehensible situation with NVIDIA that almost ruined the entire AI market. Earlier this month, Bloomberg published an article stating that NVIDIA had received a subpoena from the Department of Justice. This is a pretty big deal, so the AI leader's stock price plummeted more than 15% on the news. However, a few days later, it was announced that it was a fake, according to the NVIDIA press service. Nevertheless, this news is quite negative, as NVIDIA is a real leader in the AI market, controlling 75 to 95% of the AI chip market, according to various estimates. They supply them to Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, and Google's parent company, Alphabet. Therefore, the problems of such a giant are equal to the problems of the entire market, including the cryptocurrency market. That is why it is very important to follow the developments. And the last general important event that has a direct impact on cryptocurrencies. For the first time in 4 years, the U.S. Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 50 basis points after 2 years of tightening monetary policy to fight inflation. Lower interest rates can stimulate investment in risky assets such as cryptocurrencies by lowering borrowing costs and increasing market liquidity. And right after the news, you can see quite positive growth for all assets and cryptocurrency AIs as well. I would like to talk briefly about the participants of the ASI combination. They promise to create a real boom in the world of cryptocurrency AI, so let's see if they succeed. At the moment, they are ranked third among all AI projects and have a capitalization of $3.8 billion, which of course does not quite meet the expectations of all users. I could talk about simple and not very interesting news like Fetch is looking for cool developers again, or the fact that SingularityNet CEO was a speaker at several conferences talking about the power of AGI and how close we are to reaching new heights. But there is even more interesting news. Right now we are voting to add another project to the mix. Kudos is a cloud computing and blockchain company. They already have their own token, which jumped 15% on the news. But is this combination really necessary? The question remains open, as we've already seen that the combination hasn't had much of an effect on three coins at once, which have only fallen since the creation of ASI. Voting will open today, but there is already a lot of hate and misunderstanding in the comments. Let's see how this vote goes, and what would you choose? Share in the comments. By the way, I can't help but highlight the fact that 2 weeks ago, Fetch dumped 10 million of their tokens on the DWF Labs wallet. What is this about? Are we waiting for manipulation, or is it just a stockpile of tokens for the market makers' work? Render is one of the most interesting and largest representatives of the AI market at the moment. Unfortunately, they don't release a lot of news, as it was when Apple started using their technology for its glasses and then for other devices. However, the CEO of the project took part in the Big Token 2049 conference, and while another big CEO was singing a lullaby at the same conference.
The rest of them is mathematical. No more double spend, it's encryptable. Put your cash in your brain or it's terrible. A new form of wealth begins.
Jules Erbach expertly explains how competitive pricing and render network availability can only be achieved through DePIN, and how recent developments in multimodal AI will contribute to the future growth of decentralized AI. It is also interesting to note that Grayscale, which previously added render to its foundation, conducted an interview with the project's CEO. It gives insight into the direction of AI development and render itself. I highly recommend watching this interview, as I was personally very impressed. As for other AI coins, there hasn't been much interesting news. Over the past few months, this market has been quite down and everyone has been working in a quiet mode. However, the situation is changing now, mainly due to the lower lending rate. So I think we will start to see more interesting news soon. Perhaps I can only single out TAO, which grew more than the other tops last week. It showed 25% growth, thanks to a trust fund from Grayscale. At the time of recording this video, the trust fund already has almost $2 billion in assets, which is very good because the fund was opened for investment less than 10 days ago. I think such a fund is very good, because with the positive news on the AI market in general, people want to invest in something riskier. And this is where a trust fund comes in, with the ability to invest in a crypto project without actually touching the crypto. This is a super bullish indicator and tool in general. And that's it from me. I want to remind you that this video is by no means financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market, so you should always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.